Okay, hi everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. We are with our friends from the St. Maarten Tourism Bureau, and I'm excited that you joined us. It's going to be interesting because these two ladies are full of fun. I've had the pleasure of spending time with them on island, and I'm not trying to be dramatic. It is freezing here. I'm wearing the hat for a reason because it actually is about 10 degrees where I sit. Debic is laughing. She knows me, but I'll tell you, it's horrifically bone-chilling cold in New Jersey and New York. So this is why I'm so happy to be in virtual St. Maarten today, and I wanted to bring you all with me. So as you know, we proudly represent St. Maarten on the Dutch side, and we are on the sales and marketing for the trade. And these are two ladies that know the island in and out. And we have one in the office at the headquarters, and we have one on the promenade right near the beach. And they're coming to you, and this is a chance. We collected questions in advance, but it's really a chance for you to get to know St. Maarten, to get to know the great personalities behind St. Maarten, and to ask an island anything, really. And we're going to do this again, but this is just so much fun now to be able to talk and ask them whatever you need to ask them so you can be able to sell St. Maarten more comfortably. All right, so I'm going to kick it off. I'm going to first say hello to Gia, who many of you have met before and seen. So she's sitting in the office. Gia, say hello and tell me
everyone
what is happening in your world today in St. Maarten. Tell me, is it a gorgeous day? Just make us all jealous because I'm sitting here freezing.
Hi everyone, as Gabriela said, my name is Gia. I work in the marketing department, and I'm really excited to be part of this session with you guys. So feel free to ask any questions you have. We're here. It's beautiful on the island. It's not freezing like where Gabby is. It's nice weather, cool breeze, sunny. So you could just close your eyes and imagine being on St. Maarten and just enjoying this tropical weather. So I'm looking forward to your questions and really excited about this session with you.
Excellent. And as we go by, just make sure you keep yourselves muted so everybody can hear everything that's going on. If you have a question, just put it in the chat and we'll address it. And we have a few that we have pre-collected. So I'm going to start with Claudia, who is on location. She's on the beautiful promenade where you can see the beach, you can see the cruise ships. She's sitting at a little gelateria, so we'll get to food in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to put you on the spot here. I know I told you I wouldn't. If you were in an elevator with somebody, these are all agent questions, okay? And you had a few seconds, how would you share your love for the island, and how would you get them to come there immediately?
Good afternoon, everyone. Exciting to be here with you all, sending lots of sunshine and warm weather to you. If I was to describe my island, St. Maarten is a beautiful melting pot with so many beautiful nationalities and cultures that if you want to have any kind of food, whatever you wake up and you're in the mood for, we will have it to offer to you. And that's what I love. And we all live nice together and just friendly and loving with each other.
And friendly is the truth. I spent like 2 days with Claudia nonstop, and I swear to you, she must have said hello to the entire island. Like anyone who passed her, like knew her. And she waved. And this is just kind of how it was, and it was just the best. It was just so much fun because everybody truly is a neighbor on this island, which is amazing. Now we work with the Dutch side. There's the Dutch and the French side, as you know, in St. Maarten. And lots of people ask if you can, go back and forth between. Yes, there's a theoretical border, but no border crossing, so it's easy to go back and forth. And we're going to talk about beaches because there are a heck of a lot of them. So I'm going to throw it out to both of you. Tell me, I believe there's 37 at last count. Tell me a little bit about how beaches go and which ones are your personal favorites.
I'm still it's on my to-do list to check off all 37. I have not done all, so that's something one of my goals. But my favorite beach, well, I have two. My favorite beach is always Mullet Bay Beach, but it's always known as the unpredictable beach because one day it's postcard calm, beautiful waves, and another day you could have some big waves, but it's always nice. There's 2 restaurants on the beach. You can rent your umbrellas. You can just spend the entire day. I do not usually rent an umbrella because I try to get in the corner. There's some trees that you can sit under because as my friends would say, the sandflies have to send me home. I normally spend the whole day and enjoy the beautiful sunset that Mullet Bay has to offer. And I also like the Grand Cas Beach, where you can also have lunch and enjoy the French side of the island. Those are my 2 favorites.
And Gia, what about you?
So I am very calm. I like quiet and calm, and I don't like a beach to be too busy. So I'm on the contrary with Claudia, because Molly's Bay is definitely one of our most famous beaches. And there you could rent umbrellas, you could eat, but I'm the type of person, I just want to be on a secluded beach. I just don't want to be bothered, So I like Kupukoi Beach. The Kupukoi Beach is very romantic, very secluded. And it is known also unofficially as the gay nude beach. So it's pretty long. So you have different section that is like secluded. And the backdrop is amazing. The backdrop is like these caves that you could actually go in and kind of like, sit and just chill. So very, very nice. So you have like the unofficial gay nude beach side, and then you also have the more public, more open area, but it's also secluded. So that will have to be my number one. And that one is on the Dutch side. And I do have one that is my favorite on the front side, which is Long Bay as well. So it's also very long, pristine beach, clear waters, white sands. Also, you don't find renting umbrellas there, is no restaurants there, just quiet and just perfect. So those two would have to be my top choice for for beaches. So like I think on St. Maarten you have different types of beaches. You have beaches where it's just very like busy, and you could rent
one quick second.
umbrellas.
One quick second. This is Tima. She's from the coffee lounge. We have the travel agents are logged in all over. We're talking about St. Maarten. She brings the best coffee to us. So we do not have Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, but she makes it happen for us. Say hi, Ben.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, how are you?
She takes care of us.
It's Claudia. It's not even just Claudia, it's just how people are there. And I want to talk about food because there are, what's the last count? 365 plus restaurants in St. Maarten. Many of you might not know.
Yes.
It is the culinary capital of the Caribbean, hands down. And I was so shocked. There was a restaurant called Sexy Beef, which I cannot get out of my head. You have everything from sexy beef to the ultimate high-end dining experiences. So I want to throw it out to you guys both. I mean, what is so amazing about
tourists enjoying our coconut?
Believe
The coconut, our local fresh coconut drink.
there she is. She's showing us a gelateria, and those folks that
I was
are from Italy.
They were passing with some fresh coconut. They had the coconut, the drink. The coconut, people always buy it and walk around with it in the shell. And that's what some tourists was just passing over, trying to do a sneak quick so you can see that they were enjoying our natural stuff there on the island.
So what kind of restaurants are there? Like, what can you find?
Gia, Miss Judy.
So, hi. So I'm going to answer that. So basically, because we are so multicultural, you could find any type of restaurants. You could find Mexican, local, Chinese, Lebanese. So whatever you can think of, we have it on St. Maarten, because basically St. Maarten is known as a friendly island. And whenever you come here, you feel at home. So we do have here, and they brought their culture to St. Maarten and established their restaurants. So that is why we have so many different types of restaurants and so many different types of cuisines. So it's just like a melting pot here in St. Maarten. So whatever your heart desires, we have it on St. Maarten.
And I've known that to be true from personal experience. And I want to talk a little bit about the Lolos. Most people on this call, I don't know if you know what a Lolo is. I'm going to throw it out to you guys. Describe what it is and why they are so special in St. Maarten. If you do visit, you have to hit at least one. So tell us what a Lolo is.
Well, a Lolo is outdoor cultural food. That's an outdoor, so it's an open air atmosphere where there's different, not to say huts, but different mini restaurants all together. So we have one in Grand Cave, and we also have one in the Simpson. We call it the Simpson Bay Strip, but it's so there you'll find all the fresh food, the best of everything, and everyone does stuff so good. It's hard to say what's your favorite with the Lolos, but you have most people would have their favorite place because of the view. You can sit at the roadside and you can sit to the back of you get the view of the ocean and a view of Anguilla. And in Simpson Bay, you get a view of the yacht and the lagoon, and just the cars, people passing by. So those are always busy and a variety of different foods to choose from.
And I think more than the menu is, I mean, the food is delicious, but really it's the warm heart and the soul of people, like as they're serving you, everybody's family, like you'll sit down on a picnic table and right away it's like someone's known you, like you've been going there for 100 years and they knew exactly what you wanted to eat. So that's a feeling you can't really replicate, which is amazing, I would say.
Yes.
All right. So if I am really into adventure, I know a lot of you are, you have clients are, what am I doing in St. Maarten?
So St. Maarten is full of adventure. Oh, go ahead, Claudia.
Oh, you go ahead. I'll add in.
No, go ahead.
No?
So we do have.
Sorry, I'm going to call it Gia. Gia first.
So we do have a lot to do on the island. So in terms of adventure, if you're if you're into heights, we do have one of the steepest zip line in the world, which is at Rainforest Adventures. So that would be the top adventure highlight that you have to partake in once you're on the island. So it's Rainforest Adventures, and we have the steepest zip line, which is the Flying Dutchman, and then you also have like smaller zip lines between two hills if you're not into the steep one, and then there's also a chairlift that goes up. So if you don't want to do any zip line, but you just want to enjoy the scenery, you take a chairlift and it goes up the hill, and then you can enjoy a beautiful 360 degrees views of the island and our surrounding islands as well. So if you're into water sport activities, there's jet skiing, of course, snorkeling, scuba diving, you name it. Anything that you can think of, we have it on St. Maarten in terms of water sport activities as well. And for on the road, you can rent the ATV, do a nice island tour, stop by the Lolos for a nice barbecue and Johnny cake.
Yeah.
And just enjoy the island on your own leisure. So adventure, I mean, St. Maarten is just full of adventures. People are friendly here. Wherever you stop, people could always help you with any questions you have. We're very hospitable. So, just come on here and just enjoy and create your memories. And yeah, it's an island full of adventure to be discovered.
And if you're here at the right time of the month, we also have the full moon hike, and we also have the nature trail. So that's something exciting as well.
Full moon hike. That sounds just incredible. I can't wait. And then something I want to talk to you guys about too, because we had questions like, what else do we do? Experiences are so plentiful in St. Maarten, and it's so much more than just a beach. So when I was there, I got taken around to do so many creative things. And one of the things that I got to do, we went to St. Maarten Nectar, which is adorable. It's the shop of organic products, and you can go into her lab. And I look very good in a hairnet, by the way. Just don't be jealous. I'm not going to share that photo, but yeah, just trust.
Yes, you did.
But it was so nice to see how fragrances and scents are created. And then Claudia took me to this place called Spaceless Gardens. I would like for you to talk a little bit about that, because I'd like for all of you to know a little bit about some sustainability projects that are going on. So maybe share a little bit about that concept.
Spaceless Gardens is located in St. Peter's, in a residential area, but he started off planting different types of fruits and vegetables, and there are some restaurants that support. Of course, it's not a big farm; it's not very big, but it's enough that local restaurants do support his business. So they will buy the fresh herbs and spices from him. You can also have Adopt a Garden, where companies also their cruise ship visit passengers that come for the day and passengers that are here for a couple days. They volunteer their time to help and continue the building that he's doing. You can pick your products from the garden and you cook with him because he's fully vegetarian. He makes awesome juices. It's always a pleasure to go there and sit and talk with him and see how the building the progress is going. Every time it's something new is happening. So when you go, he's working on something else. So you look forward to when you go back. He has classes to teach you how to grow your own. You make you cook together, you pick stuff, you cook, and you sit and you eat together. He has that on Saturdays. There's a fish fry. as well. And it's such a beautiful place, very relaxing, quiet, and very cool. I really like Spaceless Garden.
Yeah, so just keep
And
in
it's
mind that
growing.
there's so much to do, for basically any type of traveler, if it's families, if it's groups, of friends, adults, and this kind of thing. So much. So we had a couple of questions also about the hotel product. I know there's a couple, hotels that were a little newer. Let's keep it at like 5 and 4 star on the Dutch side. Let's run down some of the top recommendations that work really well for the American market.
So in terms of hotel properties, we have small hotels, big hotels, resorts, condos, villas. So in terms of what would work for the American market, I would suggest Sonesta. Sonesta is all inclusive as well, but they also have a division called Sonesta Ocean Point, which is adults only, and it's the more luxury product for them. So they are one of our largest properties on the island. They have more than 400 rooms. And I would also recommend DV, Little Bay Beach Resort. So that is perfect for families. You're also on a nice little beach, Little Bay Beach, and it's kids friendly. So highly recommend that resort for family. You also have Simpson Bay Resorts. And if you're into like the boutique hotel, I would recommend Holland House. Holland House, it's in Phillipsburg, in the heart of Phillipsburg, and it's also on the beach, Great Bay Beach. Nice for couples, and they also sometimes have happy hours on Fridays if you want to just chill by the bar and have a nice cocktail. And let me think. The Morgan is one of our newest property, and very, very classy, modern looking. If you're into, modern looking hotels, new properties, a Morgan Resort, you definitely have to check that out. They have a really nice restaurant on property as well. And it's located in Beacon Hills. It's located next to one of our most popular beaches, which is Maho Beach. So if you really want to be center in Maho, you could either choose Sonesta or the Morgan. And if you want to be in the Simpson Bay area is where we have all of our nightlife, our restaurants. It's very like a lively area. I would say then would be Simpson Bay Resorts. And we have Diamond Resorts also, which newly reopened with newly renovated rooms. Also nice interior as well. So there would be, those are my recommendation. In Phillipsburg, of course, Holland House, we have Horizon View Hotel and other smaller properties, guest houses. And for villas, let's not forget about the villa product. I think St. Maarten has a very extensive villa product range. I think maybe in comparison to other Caribbean islands, I think we have like the top best ones. So you have villas that range from 6 bedrooms, 8 bedrooms. Well, if you're into like large groups, that you want to send a large group and you want them to stay together, highly recommend villas for small groups, and also for micro weddings. If you have like a group that wants to stay with a family and want to have like a small intimate wedding, definitely pair the villa with weddings or any other celebrations such as bachelorette parties or birthday parties. So villas range from 2 bedrooms to 6, 8 bedrooms easily, and different price ranges from $1,000 per week to $20,000 per week. So it really depends on your budget. And the good thing about the villas is you could also pair it with experiences, private experiences. So if you want a private masseuse, definitely hire a masseuse to come to the villa and arrange that. Private chef services is also very popular. Yoga, imagine having a private yoga session at the villa. So, if you have some groups that are very like particular, and we're still in the pandemic, so they want to be private and secluded, villas is definitely the way to go. And some of the villas have amazing interiors, like something that you could just see in magazines. So yeah, definitely check out the villa products. So you could find those on Airbnb and also via our vacation rental agencies as well.
That's important, yeah, because aside from a lot of the resorts are equipped to handle like larger group, like families or, with multiple children, things like that, or friends traveling together. So it really becomes a great value. You have the space, like some of those units are tremendous. Even like at Simpson Bay or, with the Diamond properties, I mean, they're large. So, you have oversized accommodations. Everyone's kind of got their own space, which, is important when you're traveling, especially with a lot of people. So, it's a great selection for that. And you touched on a little bit of something, and I'll throw it to both of you. Nightlife. We got a question in advance. What is the nightlife like? What's there to do? And you can talk, both the Dutch and the French side, like what happens in the evenings.
I leave that to Claudia. She's a nightlife outgoing person.
I had a feeling.
Horrible. But St. Maarten is known as the Vegas of the Caribbean. There's everything for everyone. Of course, now with the pandemic, we have our closing hours. We have the curfew with the closing, but here you can, before COVID life, you could party until the sun comes up. From goes down to come up, you have Simpson Bay area. You have a lot of we have a lot of casinos on over the hill, which is Phillipsburg. Is once you go over anything in Cold Bay would be over the hill in the Simpson Bay area. You have casinos, you have nightclubs, you have entertainment, you have just about everything. At the Strip, it comes alive with live entertainment. You have every day of the week, there's something else happening. At the Strip, you have steel pan, you have karaoke. Also at the Festival Village, where Carnival is life. There's some places or some booths are open that offer food and entertainment at night. So that's still happening. But there's always fun stuff for everyone.
Yeah, it sounds like there's always something going on. And I want to ask you too about festivals and Carnival. You've got the regatta coming up, the world famous Carnival. Tell us, both of you, a little bit about some of the special events that are happening in St. Maarten coming up. Now that we can have events again, which is really exciting.
I know, right?
What's coming online?
Well, yeah. Oh, well, we're having the regatta. The regatta is going to happen, but no parties after. Just the sailing event will be happening, and Carnival is still up in the air. But I'll put in my vacation days. This Carnival is like.
Yeah, Claudia's a big Carnival fan. Anything related to Carnival, you ask Claudia. She is big on Carnival. But in terms of
I had my vacation days just to relive the moment.
Yeah. So there's also SSM Festival. It's an electronic music festival, and they have very nice interior, very nice decor, and it's they have DJs from all over the world that comes to the island, and they host different parties around the island. So that is also one of our popular events. You have also I think Claudia mentioned Heineken Regatta Carnival Festival, and then we also have Walichi Festival that is during the summer months. It's geared mainly towards the music is more Caribbean music with Caribbean artists. So we have that as well. And we have the book fair as well. So those are the top events, and we sometimes it depends on the situation. I know with COVID right now, a lot of things are put on hold, but we do have what is called koopavond. Koopavond is Dutch. It means when you have like a street fair. So we do have street fairs, on the island as well, both French and Dutch side.
Absolutely. And I think also one of the best ways to experience St. Maarten just for the day is to look at like a day sail, to look at some kind of, opportunity to be out on the water. So I'd love for you to talk a little bit about some of those experiences, like the Pirates Gourmet Cruise. Tell us a little bit about that, and also like how people can maybe take a day trip to go to Anguilla. Let's talk about that too, so they can fill their days with something interesting.
Well, the day trip to Anguilla, that's only possible if you're fully vaccinated. I know to St. Bart, I'm still trying to find out the requirements for that. But to Anguilla, I do know that it's fully vaccinated, because some people, there's a big group that was planning their trip here, and they had to kind of rearrange it because of not being able to go to Anguilla currently. The Pirates, I know that they have that sail that get a lagoon sail and then the dinner. I have not experienced it yet, but I heard it's very, very nice. The sunset sail with Aquamania is really good. I always enjoy that. That's always fun. You get to take part in the work that they do on board. So you get to be a, what do you call it? Not a captain, but forgot the name of those ships. What they do on the yacht, on
A
the
crew
sails.
member,
But
crew
you get the
member. Yeah.
crew member and
Mate.
assist to get the sail up. A maid, there you go, and get the sail up and enjoy the day. It's very nice, and they also have the sunset dinner with Aquamania. So those are some nice things pictures in the sunset, breathtaking.
So beautiful.
to-
Somebody's
yes.
just asked, are there any events from February 27th to March 4th?
Not that I know off the top of my head. We'll have to find out.
Because I know that would be, as Accent Festival would start right after that.
When I know we
Because
also
Heineken,
have, go ahead.
so Heineken Regatta and SSN Festival are in March.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
we'll get a list of those dates to share with everybody also. I think that would be helpful. We'll compile a list just so everybody's aware. And then this was a question I was going to ask anyway, but it also just came through. What's the difference between the Dutch and the French side? I'm sure no one asks you that on a daily basis.
Well,
take it away.
The difference is you can feel the difference, and I've always, while hosting, and Gabriella said it herself, but you can feel the difference. When you go to the French side, it gives you that Paris French feeling, with the pastries, the restaurants. It's just that setting is just totally different than on the Dutch side. French is spoken more. They speak to you in English, they understand and they respond. But when you go to restaurants, most restaurants are European workers at the restaurant. If you want that French touch, you're gonna get the whole French, English, French accent trying to speak to you in English. So you get that feeling. The shopping as well. It's just that feeling. You can feel the difference.
Yeah, and I think a
strangely
little
enough,
Americanized
strangely
on the
enough,
Dutch side, yeah.
yes, strange
Yeah.
enough, the French side, people on the French side prefer to come on the Dutch side to do their groceries, and the people on the Dutch side want to go to the French side to do their groceries.
Mhm.
So it's just that, they compare, during the lockdown with the time. They're like, I want to get the soup for you. I want to get the fabulous. And I'm like, well, we think it's better, but they think over here is better. So
Yeah.
it's always, either side.
Grass is
So I
always
also saw a question in the chat. Someone is asking, Esther asks, how is the situation in Marigot after the hurricane?
yes.
Totally rebuild. So like what Claudia said, you do feel a difference because obviously it's two different countries. So on St. Maarten, I always like to say St. Maarten is the only country where you could pay with different currencies. So at one point I have dollars in my wallet, I have euros in my wallet, I have Dutch guilders in my wallet, and I have not dollars, euros, dollars, and guilders. Yes, so 3 currencies I have at one point in my wallet. So it's that side you could pay with guilders because that is our national currency, Dutch guilders and dollars. So dollars is acceptable on both sides. And on the French side, you pay with either dollars or euros. And Marigot is totally rebuilt. If you come to St. Maarten right now, you won't notice any signs of the hurricane. Hurricane happened like 4 years ago. We're not talking about hurricane anymore. It's totally rebuilt. It's like nothing happened. So it's really, you would expect it to, it's nice. It's nice. Marigot and Philipsburg, both Dutch and French. So that's to answer Esther's question. So you do feel a difference. We also have 2 different number plates, 2 different currencies, 2 different tourist office, 2 different governments. The signs, as soon as you cross that border, you see a total sign change, and you see people there on the French side, they speak more French because they're more like from France. And you also have the locals that speak English. And then on the Dutch side, English is mainly spoken.
Yeah, but
so you do
I
see
just,
that.
It's a very comfortable state either way, especially for
Yes,
American
yes,
traveler. It's just there's no issues, getting around, and like we said, you can pass
exactly.
the borders easily, with no issue. And it's a lot of fun to just kind of, I think, for an outsider to sort of, scope around and notice your own little differences. And
Yeah, so based,
oh, go ahead.
so because someone also asked what was the difference. I always like to say the Dutch side is where you have all the fun, and the French side is where you relax from the fun that you had on the Dutch side. So that is basically how you have to look at it. It's like the Dutch side is the fun side, and the French side is like the relaxing quaint, like, okay, let me just chill on the beach
just to show you how serious
and eat some good. Exactly.
Just to show you how serious it is, if you go to Pinel, because it's very lovely, it's a nice day trip, day to go to the beach. It's just only the beach and restaurants, but they're so more relaxed that the last boat is at 4:30. Now, I would not want to leave. When I go to Pinel and I leave, take the last boat, or else I'm stuck over there for the rest of the night. But if I leave, I go to another beach. Then I go to Friars Bay to continue, because I think 4:30 is just a bit too early to end the beach day. But that's just how relaxed the French side is, that even the beach time cuts off early. I was just trying to show someone that asked about stuff for kids to do, and just then a dad passed by with some of his children, and they're on the swing. So I don't know the person who was asking about here where you can sit, and then your kids can enjoy the sand. Kids and adults alike. Because I saw a young lady was also on the swing. So the person that asked, you can enjoy your gelato or some wine, and your kids can have a nice time on the swing and on the sand.
Yeah, and I will say it's a very safe atmosphere, and everywhere you go, you feel very secure and you feel kind of protected and well taken care of and well looked after. Somebody just asked, I'm going to address this because I just want you guys to just clear it up. So, Jenny says, I was just there last month and we were not allowed to cross the border. I wonder, was that like maybe a short-term lockdown or some kind of issue like that?
So on the French side, because the French side is more connected as an overseas territory of France, a lot of the restrictions that they put in France, they try to impose it on the French side, and it doesn't always fit, because they want to come with big country rules and implement the same rules on a small country, but it doesn't really fit, So what happened is a lot of the locals, they don't agree with some of the restrictions, because so some of the restrictions were like, for example, you would have to have a COVID-19 pass to enter a restaurant, or if you have a restaurant of a certain size, you're not allowed to open, or, there was like a lot of different restrictions that didn't really fit with the community. And because of that, they were protesting. So it's their right to protest and to voice their concerns. And because of that, there was a little bit of a social unrest, and they would close the border to actually make their statement known. Because then, if they don't close the border, then it's just like, all right, no one is hearing me. So a lot of the locals then would, do certain things like that to really make it known. So, but right now it's not like that. So you rarely have these type of social unrest that happen. I think COVID had really, like they took that. I don't know. I think it's something that rarely happens, and because of the pandemic, it comes out. So, in all my years that I've lived here, I haven't seen the border closed.
Nope.
And I think the pandemic really brings out a lot of new things that haven't happened before. So
for the constant innovation, right?
Yeah, exactly. But the border is open right now. It's open. Yeah. You could just go back and forth. So what about, so someone is asking, what about quarantine upon arrival? No quarantine upon arrival. So St. Maarten is one of the few islands where if you have both your vaccines and your booster, you don't need a test and you don't need no quarantine. So the only thing that we ask of you is to upload, fill in the EHAS, so the electronic health authorization form. So that's all you have to fill in. So if you have your 2 vaccination and your booster, you just go on stmaartenentry.com and you fill in your travel dates and your travel information, and you upload your vaccination card that shows that you're, fully vaccinated and boosted, and you get a pre-approval to enter St. Maarten. So it's really straightforward and easy if you're fully vaccinated with your booster shot.
Okay, and somebody has just addressed, what if you are not vaccinated?
So if you're not vaccinated, you do need to do a PCR test. So the PCR test is within 48 hours before departure.
Perfect. No, that's great.
So if you're not vaccinated, so if you do have your 2 vaccines but not boosted, you don't have the booster, then you have to do 48 hours PCR test or 24 hours antigen test.
Perfect. No,
And you just go to stmaartenentry.com and you upload the required documents.
Thank you. All important points. All right, so we're coming up on, I think, the end of our chat here. I am going to put you both on the quick fire end of things. I want you to tell people about your most hidden gem, the place that you think most people don't know about, but that you love. And I know we went through beaches already, so make it a little bit different. It could be a restaurant, it could be just a spot that's scenic. Tell us what your favorite local find or something to do or hidden gem would be. So over to you.
I would say, for me, a hidden gem is like a memory. Everyone has a unique hidden gem. So it's like making your own memory. But just before we end our session, I'm going to show you one of my favorite places and one of my favorite things I love to eat. And if it's not, when I come to request it and they do not have it, I just want to tell them there's no need to be open. So you have to come back to me just before we finish, and I can show you 2 things that's my favorite hidden gem.
Oh, okay. Well, she's giving us a
And I am very happy that it's we're gonna be getting a first view of it, because last week they were under construction, and 2 weeks ago under construction. I'm so happy that they have finished it, so I can show it off to you.
Cliffhanger. Okay, so Gia, you're on.
So I like anything nature, secluded, nice and quiet. That's me. I don't know if you noticed by now, but
I am the opposite of her. I try to drag her out to things. Whole opposite.
So my hidden gem would have to be the natural pool. So it's just like a nice small hike to the natural pool, and it's very scenic, very beautiful. So that is a trail that not many people know how to get there. So it's definitely a hidden gem, and it's not well known. So very, very nice there. If you're ever on St. Maarten, if you want to get away from all of the chaos and all of the busyness, just take a nice hike to a natural pool and you just relax and enjoy the scenery.
It sounds amazing. I would be joining that hike with you. That is very much.
I'll wait until you get here, Gabrielle. I haven't been yet.
I would love to do it
together.
Absolutely. So has your treat arrived? Do you have anything to show us as we sign off?
Oh wait, we can't sign off yet. I want to show you. Well, this is at the boardwalk. This area where I'm at is called the boardwalk.
Mm-hmm.
So over here is where you see the boats. Back in the back of some of these is where you can take the boat to go to St. Bart's for the day. The Great Bay Express comes from back there. And there's a dad with his kids. I love dad when they do daddy stuff. You see him back there with his kids. They started at the swings. The gelateria sponsored these little slides and stuff for the kids when you come. On Friday afternoon, it's very popular for parents to come with their children. So they hang out here a bit. Play in the sand. You have the adults that go on the swing that want to feel a child again. So we have that, and then you have beach umbrellas and chairs that are laid out, and it's a very long, interesting walk. It's like a never ending. You can see our cruise passengers that are taking a stroll all the way to the end. But I'm going to show you now my favorite. Hi, how are you? So this is one of my, someone was asking if you need a car to get around in the area. No, you do not need a car. If you want to take a car, you have a taxi, we have the public transportation, but it's how adventurous you feel. So this is my hidden gem. My hidden gem is right here. You see that? Salted caramel is my hidden gem. And my two lovely people back there that looks out for me. Say hi to Kim. He takes care of me, so when there's no salted caramel, I'm not happy. And let me show you. Oh, you got to see this too. This is a must-have. This is our locally made waterberry rum. Delicious. This is my hidden gem. It's very relaxing during your lunch break, or just because you can come and you can sit right here. This is newly redone. And it's called The Hideaway. My little spot.
Oh, I hope she didn't freeze, because where she is just this little special hidden table with gardens and stuff. So it's so nice.
Yeah,
I think the Wi-Fi might not be cooperating, but I can assure you it's just a lovely little nook.
And this is taking you all the way out. So I'll end my interview session with you nicely.
Well, we have loved having you both on. As mentioned, we have a giveaway. So one lucky person who's been attending and listening will hear from us to win the gift card. And we're appreciative of that too. We've recorded this, so if you've missed any portion, you can watch it on our YouTube channel. And this has just been delightful, really just so nice to see the smiles of the people I get to work with every day. I consider myself pretty much the luckiest person in tourism to get to talk about and promote a place like this with people like this. So I'm very fortunate also that all of you continue to support us and everybody we represent. So I want to thank you to Claudia and Gia, my lovely ladies.
I'm walking back to work. Gia's waiting on me. I'm back walking back to work.
She's waiting for you to get back. Enough with the salted caramel. And thanks everybody for joining.
No, I didn't take any.
Good girl. We will talk to you all soon, and just email us if you need anything, and I'll share Gia's and Claudia's contact, and they'll be very able to help you anytime. All right. Have a wonderful day.
I see some more questions.
Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thanks.